Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Peaches here. Finally. It feels like we're getting a break in the weather. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. We are getting a break and I am so happy. Check this out. Most of the snow is gone, just a bit lingering here and there, but yeah, most of the snow is gone. So you know what that means. I'm gonna have to get busy and I am gonna be pruning some plants. Check that out. That needs to be pruned. That one over there needs to be pruned. That behind there, they all need to be pruned. But pruning plants is not what I'm about to do now. Let's see what's going on in here. Any of these spots, the ones I have in the front, I have already started to see green. So I know those are sprouting. These ones I didn't do too long ago. I don't see any sprouting, but that's okay, guys. What we're gonna do right now is go into the greenhouse and check it out. Check this out, my friends. I was able to move everything in because it has now stopped being, I think my plant here needs to be watered. And you know what? I'm going to take it back inside because I have a plan for it. It looks like as though it needs some nitrogen, but I have a plan for it. So when we're going back, I'm going to take it back inside. I have potting soil here because I'm going to be going through and potting a lot of these babies that I brought in here. They are crying out to be potted. And so I am going to have to do that. Yeah. Now, what temperature is it? Oh, it's just about 17 degrees in here right now. So that is good. That is good. But yeah, check it out, guys. I took most of the plants in here and they have now slept in here for, see these things? They are dry. They need water. Yeah, because there's so many of them in the pot. So yeah, some of my plants look like they are gonna outgrow the space before I get to put them in the ground. Like, check that out. That's my broad bean. I'm gonna have to put them in big enough pots so that possibly they could stay in the pots and just grow. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because they can't go outside until at least another month time. Now check this out. I am trying artichoke for the first time and they are looking good. And I do have some stuff over here on the table too. Now I planted some onion seeds, but I think some of them were not good, so they didn't do too well. So what I did was I bought some onion sets. So I'm going to be planting some onion sets this year. I bought 3 types. The Spanish onion, this one is yellow onions, and then of course can't do without my red onions because my red onions is what I mostly eat raw. And then check out what I found, all you Jamaican friends, viewers, subscribers. I found scallions. So I am gonna be planting some scallion bulbs. Yeah. And yeah, that's what's going. Oh, look, down here is where I have the dahlias. All the tubers are potted up here. Over here we do have some ranunculus and some gladioli bulbs potted up. I don't see gladiolis or ranunculus coming up yet, but that's okay. I just put them in the pots a few days ago. So yeah, guys, yeah, I am feeling good in the greenhouse, feeling very good here. Okay, guys, yeah, we are now at the front, and check this out. These are the pots, or the bottles, my winter sowing that I have right here. Now I see calendula coming up. I see lupins coming up. All I have to do is just peek through the bottles to see the green. And when I see the green, it makes me happy because it means that at some level, I'm going to get some success. Looking out over the garden, that is something that needs to be done. And I think I might just take some shortcut. I see like my bulbs coming up through all the spent stems and stuff, leaves that are there. But I think I may just take shortcut and just cut out the part, like the stems that are projecting, and whatever is lying flat, I leave it be and just use it as ground coverage. That's what I may do. But yeah, let's go on inside with my potato plant. I am gonna actually water it, then we're gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna do something with this potato plant because I have learned something that makes me a happy camper, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So catch you later. Okay, so I think this is gonna be good for now, and we're gonna go ahead now and get something to eat. Okay, my friends, I have some cups here that I have filled with soil, and I have my plant here, which I noticed was growing when it was in my pantry a couple months ago, and I decided to put it in a flower pot, and sure enough it grew. And what I have noticed is that it was growing so long, it was vining, and I figure I don't want it to vine so long, so what am I going to do now? I know that usually when people back home, when you plant potatoes and you're getting rid of the old potato bushes, gardeners do take, or farmers do take slips from their vines. And so I figured I'm going to go ahead and see if I can start some slips from this. And so I cut off the tops of each one of these vines, and I figure I'll go ahead and stick them in some dirt. But what I did was stick them to the side so that they'll have contact with the dirt, but I'll be able to see if they are actually taking root. Now this one doesn't have any roots as yet, but it looks pretty fresh, and it has been here now for maybe about 3 days. This one, what I have in here, actually I have a whole potato in here that I am trying to get slips from. It hasn't started rooting yet. However, unfortunately, I have put this one behind this thing here, so I can't see. Let's see if I could get it off. Okay, let's see if we can get it off to see what's going on behind it. Because what I did was when I cut it, I actually removed one of the leaves, and so it left a little node or nodule where I could get root from if they're gonna root, right? Because that's generally where I think they would root from. Now I can't see anything here because, okay, I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, so it hasn't started rooting, but I can see that it's doing well. I tucked it under there and it bent a little bit, but apart from that, it's not looking like it's drying up, right? But what is encouraging and what has confirmed to me that I can go ahead and make more slips from this potato vine, or from these vines, is the fact that this is one of them that I put in. And I don't know how closely I can take this so you can see that it actually has started growing roots, right guys? So that is so encouraging, and that is why I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut some from these long vines, and I'm gonna put them in these cups and put them to grow root so I can have more potato slips. Now, one of the things I want to say to you, well, let's get this done first, and then I will give you a bold suggestion as to what you can do when you're putting your potatoes to grow slips, so as to know that they are doing something. Like recently I watched, I think it was the one of the channels that I watch, More Than Farmers, and she actually put her potatoes in this big plastic container, and she would check back, and it wasn't growing anything. And when she decided to pull one of the potatoes, it was actually rotten in. Now, there are two things that I do, or maybe three, that I do when I put my potato to grow slips, and I will share that with you soon. I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting. I'm gonna cut right below this leaf here, and I am gonna cut the leaf off because this is where it is gonna root from, unless of course if it's deep enough. Okay, yeah, so I am gonna cut 2 leaves off. Gives it a better chance. And I actually put holes in the bottom, and I have thoroughly wet the soil. Now I'm just gonna have to get some more soil from over here. I am reusing soil from a flower pot here. So I am gonna go ahead and stick soil right up against the vine. Now I think I can put more than 1 in here, so I'm gonna put 2. Okay, there is a lot of water in there. There we go. Now we are gonna go ahead and when I cut this, not only is it going to give me more slips, but it will start branching out to create more vine that can be cut and be made into more potato slips. So now, okay, so I will just have 1 below the soil here. Now I am sticking it like this on the outside, so I can see when the slip actually starts taking root. Yeah, I just want to press out some of this excess water, and I put some more soil in. Okay, I'm gonna rest this here, and I'm gonna let them all stay inside here until they have started taking root. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do you. Now you want at least 1 leaf, so photosynthesis can take place, right? It can get food, right, through light, filtered sunlight, right? But you don't want too many leaves, because too many leaves, when respiration happens, it can actually dry out the stalk that you're trying to root. I'm gonna put some more soil in. Okay. Now I wanna figure out if I wanna cut any more of these vines. This one's pretty short. I think I'm gonna cut this one right here. It's like putting your dahlia blooms, or not blooms, bulbs, in the soil to start rooting before you put them out. And when they start growing, you can actually get cuttings from them and make more plants. Okay. I am gonna cut you here. I'm gonna cut this piece off. I'm gonna cut the leaf off here, cut the leaf off here, and it's down. I'm gonna get some more soil. Just gonna take this leaf off. Don't need too many leaves. There we go. So I have 3 there. I have cut this back severely, and I'm gonna take another piece. Okay, and I am gonna take one more piece. Not worried about it because it's gonna regrow. And in the meantime, I'm getting more slips. Okay. More soil. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8 slips that we have put to root, and I will be sure to follow up with you guys to give you updates. Okay, I have some wormwood tea that I'm drinking. It is bitter. No, I'm drinking it because it's Easter time, and Easter time, all that bun. Yeah, we need some bitters. Bun and bitters. Okay, and now, here we go. We're gonna leave this baby here, and it's gonna go ahead and push more slips. Okay. Didn't put anything in this one, so I'm just gonna put it here. And this is what I was gonna say to you guys. Just like when you are doing your winter sowing, right? You normally put your seeds in a container that sunlight can pass through, right? And not only can sunlight pass through, but you can see what's happening in there, right? So what I did was put my potato in this clear jug that I got my 100% pineapple juice from. And what happened is, when I go and look, well, now I can see it has started sprouting here. But before it started sprouting, it took a while to sprout. But I wasn't worried. I didn't have to go and pull the potato up to see what was going on. Why? Because I put it in this jug. I made sure that the jug has drainage holes. I water it just to keep the soil moist, not too soggy, because you don't want your potato to rot. However, what happened is that it took forever before it grew sprouts, but it was growing roots. And I was encouraged because I could take the jug up and I could look all around and I could see all the lovely roots. And when I saw the lovely roots, it put my mind at ease because I know that it's still alive, it's growing roots. So at some point, I was gonna get potato slip, and for sure I have started getting potato slips. It has started to sprout. So my suggestion to you is put your potatoes in a clear container so you can check to see when your potato starts growing root. Now I have put a potato in here, and the one thing I noticed that More Than Farmers didn't do was Mrs. More Than Farmers. I watch them a lot. I like them. They're one of the channels that I watch. And so yeah, what she didn't do was cover her potato. I cover my potato completely, right? I cover it completely. And so I don't have to put it out. I will see when the roots start to form, right? And the same thing, I'll put it, no, put it back down here. The same thing with this one. I do have a potato in there, but then I stuck the slips in there, and I'm so happy growing roots. Yeah, so that's my suggestion to you guys. Use a container that you can see through to see your roots growing before the slip starts forming. Keep your soil moist, but not too wet. And stay encouraged. Okay? I'll catch you guys later.
Hey guys, I am flying a fish and just giving you a little glimpse of what's going on here. So I didn't get to set up the camera and all, like I'm doing everything by myself. It's a bit tedious right now when I'm in the greenhouse, in the garden, in the kitchen, and in the studio, and everywhere. But yeah, check that out. Those are some good looking fish that we got from my mama from Florida, and we are gonna enjoy them.